What's going on, guys? It's your host, your boy, George Mackay. I'm here today looking a little fly. That's right, Squared Circle Apparel. Check it out. Straight Talk is his promo code. Get 10% off. And this is a big one. This is a great one because this is 3 times that I've had this fantastic person on the show. She's one of my favorite women in the business. She is the current reigning, defending Crossbody Pro Women's Wrestling Champion and the current reigning, defending Femme Fatales Champion. That's right. Please help me welcome back to Straight Talk for number 3, the Bubblegum Princess, Alexxia Nicole.
That's it. There we go. I did it. Doing good?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm surviving. I mean, I've been better, but I'm doing all right.
Of course. Before I push record, we were talking about a lot of stuff that it's infuriating and frustrating for wrestling fans here in the North because there are no shows, there are no fans. There are no places for you guys to showcase your talents. Some companies here have gotten very creative where they've done a lot of the online stuff or the, closed off arena stuff, empty arena type stuff that a lot of the big promotions were doing. But I mean, WrestleMania just happened. We saw 25,000 people in an arena. Didn't look like a whole lot of social distancing to me. And we're on our, what would you say, Alexia, it's our 4th or 5th lockdown since this whole thing started?
Yeah, because you're in, I think where we both live are on our 4th lockdown, where the rest of the province is on their 3rd. Yeah, it's frustrating. There's no other way around that. It's just, it sucks. It really does.
It absolutely sucks. And it sucks because our government, unfortunately, cannot get their heads out of their asses. So, Doug Ford, I know you don't watch anything to do wrestling related, but for me to you, kiss my ass, you jackass.
Oh yeah, it's you know what? At the beginning of the pandemic, I thought, okay, he's doing fine. It's hard to do, but a year later, we're doing the same stuff, and I just like it's not working. Please, if you're gonna say we're gonna do something, try something different. Like I'm so over this. Let's lock down. Let's open up. Let's lock down. Let's open up. Like just make a decision. Either do it and do it like hard, so that it just is one and done, or figure something else out.
He can't figure anything else out because I guess he's in that mode. Try, fail, try again, fail again, try one more time, fail, and then you know what? Let's try a 4th time, and we're gonna fail again.
Yeah, that's honestly how it feels.
But I guarantee you, when cottage seasons open up here in about 5 to 6 weeks, he'll be up north all the time. He'll be going well up to his cottage. Oh, hey, yeah, no, he'll be doing the Justin Trudeau, from the cottage in the country pod. The Soul Glow hair flips that Justin Trudeau loves to do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, can't wait for that. Gotta love that you can go golfing right now, but you can't do anything else. Makes so much sense.
Of course. Golf is the number uno social distance sport, right? I mean, you walk literally 6 feet away from each other because 90% of the time you've hit your ball 12 feet to the opposite side anyways. I suck at golf. I hate golf.
Oh yeah, no, I do too.
So talk to me about last summer before the pandemic. Shows were opening up. You had things going. The last time I saw you was at the parking lot event for Destiny Wrestling. You had an awesome kind of budding tag team rivalry thing going on with Nova and Shiloh and you and Jody Threat. And it looked like it was going to, this barn burner of a situation was going to happen. And you know me, I'm all about women's wrestling, especially the ladies in Canada. When I had Amber Nova on the show, I mentioned you and Jody Threat specifically. I said, when the borders open up, you got to come over here because the Canadian girls hit harder and they're stronger and they will give you a fucking tune-up. And that's what I told her. And she's like, okay, bring it on. So if Amber Nova's watching this one and she ever comes north of the border, you're going to have to educate her on what the Bubblegum Princess can do. Because I've seen it. And I know it's dangerous.
I'd love to. I've seen some of her work. I'd love to work with her. So, hey, if she wants to come up here, gladly, I'll take it.
Of course you will. You'll put one of your titles on the line, right? Maybe the crossbody title, maybe the femme fatale title.
Maybe one, maybe both. Who knows? We'll see. Who knows what'll happen?
So I don't know if you noticed, but over there over my left shoulder is that wonderful autograph that you gave me about a year ago at that same event. And it was very cool because in that autograph is one of my favorite women of all time. And I'm going to pull it off the wall right now so people can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is a shot by Shooting the Indies. I don't know if you guys can all see it. It's 4K camera, so you should be able to. And this is Alexia, and she is giving Jazz one hell of a stunner. And that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was at a Greektown wrestling event, correct?
Yes. That was in March of 2019.
Right. That was
So,
before the world sucked. That
yeah.
was well before the world sucked.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, she was still currently the NWA Women's Champion at that time, was she not?
Yes, she was.
She was. So we never talked about it before, but I got to ask, I mean, how was it to be in the ring with a legend like Jazz, someone who has carried career and torches across so many different platforms in wrestling?
It was nuts. It was like the first time we had wrestled, I was, I was starstruck. I was so nervous and didn't know what to do, what to say. And she took me by the hand and she's like, hey, here, this is what we're gonna do. And she was so nice about it. And she showed me a new way to work and just like to really just how to go with it and go with the flow. Don't worry about it. So the second time around, I was pumped and I was really excited because it was 2 out of 3 falls. And I mean, I pinned her. So I technically pinned the NWA Women's Champion, which is something, whoever gets to say that. But it was a lot of fun. And like, she's so knowledgeable and so good. She knows how to make these simplest things look great. And that means so much because if you can do the easy things and you can make them look amazing, you don't have to kind of kill yourself on all the hard stuff.
So with her, the mentality is less is more. Not so much flashy. Keep it simple, but still make it look amazing.
Yeah.
Well, in that photo, I mean, shooting the Indies, what can you say about Jeff? He knows how to capture those moments, but it's a picture perfect stunner. And you literally had it. You have the chin. You have the chin right there. I mean, if that was me, lights out. Jaw would have been broken, wired shut, 100%. So in all the amazing women that you've faced in the ring and the battles that you've also had some fantastic intergender matches, mixed tag matches. I've seen you a few times at Crossbody tear it up with Gabriel Fuerza and obviously Holden. And there was that whole budding rivalry between Fuerza and Holden. I wasn't sure which side you were going to be on because that event was supposed to happen and then the world stomped. And I've had Holden and Gabriel on my show since then. And we talked about it. And Holden was like, dude, I wanted to do it 2 out of 3 falls. I wanted to do like the 3 stages of hell. I wanted to go fucking crazy with it. And I was like, I didn't get a chance to ask him, but now I'm asking you. I mean, these are your paisans, your boys. You 3 literally came up together. And now there was this opportunity for them to face off. So when and if that match ever happens, Alexia, this is a hard question. It's probably the hardest question you've ever been asked. I'm going to build the pressure right now. I'm going to do those silent, dramatic pauses. Alexia, which side will you be on?
That's a good question. God, I don't know. And you know what? We were really looking forward to that show too. I really don't know. That's a tough one. I'm close with both of them. And like, they're honestly 2 of my best friends. That's really hard. Oh no, what am I gonna do when this match happens? I never thought of that.
Let me help you. I'm gonna help you. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna do pros and cons. So all you're gonna answer is Gabriel or Holden. I'm gonna throw it out and you're gonna just answer Gabriel or Holden. And then we're gonna keep score. I don't have a pen, but I do have a cell phone, like most people carry around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up a spreadsheet and we're gonna put scores up. And every time I'm gonna ask you 10 questions. So there has to be a definitive winner after 10. If there isn't, we'll do a tie-breaking 11th question. Does that sound fair?
Sounds fair.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and start it up. Okay, I've got the blank spreadsheet going in my notes. Now, who has the speed advantage? Gabriel or Holden?
Gabriel.
Okay, so that's 1 for Gabriel. Okay, who has the, should we say, harder strikes?
That's a good question because I've wrestled both. And I feel like Holden probably took it easier on me because Gabriel's definitely hit me pretty hard sometimes. Not intentionally, I'm sure, but he's gotten me a few times. I think Holden probably has the harder ones.
Okay. Who's the bigger risk taker when it comes to a championship on the line?
Oh, Holden.
Okay, so it's okay. It's guys, it's 2-1 Holden. Okay, if you're keeping scores at home right now, it's 2-1 Holden. All right. Who is more creative in the ring? Like on the fly, they can build up that momentum a little bit quicker.
Gabriel.
Okay, so now we're even. Damn it, Alexia, stop being even.
I can't help it.
Okay.
They're both very good.
All right, in a 3 stages of hell match. Now, Holden said he wanted to do a submission match, then a falls count anywhere match, and then he wanted to go balls to a wall with like a no holds barred match. Mm-hmm. Who has the advantage in that? Because 2 of those I see in more in Holden's wheelhouse than I do in Gabriel's wheelhouse.
Yeah, so what was it again? It was the
submission match
Mission. Okay.
falls count anywhere,
Okay.
and no holds barred, which is kind of really the same thing.
Kind
So
of, but ooh. Yeah, Holden probably, I would say.
all
With
right,
all
so
three of those, yeah.
we're up 3-2 on Holden. Okay, who can take more punishment and keep dishing it out back? Now I've seen both of them take some crazy shit punishment in the ring. So
Me
this is a
too.
hard question. I can't answer this one.
You know the worst part? They're both very stubborn. So they're
No.
they're
Where's
both
an
very
Albright?
stubborn.
No.
So they'll take extra even if they shouldn't be. And take more. Let's go with Holden.
Okay. All right. So it's right now 4-2 for Holden.
Okay.
Okay. 4-2. All right. Who is better at the technical side of wrestling in terms for that first stage? If we went to 3 stages, the submission match, who's got the technical side down? Who can go to the ground? Okay, Gabriel.
Yeah,
okay.
There's no question about it on that one.
Gabriel is the ground guy. Okay. Nothing to lose, because Holden plays every match like he has nothing to lose. And Gabriel going in to win that championship has also nothing to lose. It would just be, if I win, I'm where I'm supposed to be. If I don't win, I'm going to keep coming back anyways.
Yeah. Nothing to. You know what? Let's Gabriel, I think. And that match specifically, I think Gabriel.
All right, so we are the score right now is 4-4. We have 2 questions left, possibly a third, and it looks like it's going to go to that third question. All right, so then now we are question number 9. So in terms of, okay, who's more underhanded? Because I've seen both of them cheat to win when they need. So El Diablo or Holden Albright?
El Diablo.
Cheat. Okay.
Yeah, if they have to cheat, he's going with him.
Gabriel is now ahead 5-4, and let's see where this ends. When push comes to shove, and all the smoke clears, and we have a definitive winner, who would show more respect to the other opponent?
You're asking such hard questions.
What I do on Straight Talk, you know the drill. You know the drill.
No, God, they're both so similar. That's what makes it so hard. I think Gabriel.
Okay, so Gabriel is now ahead 6-4. So in terms of this match, in terms of the way you see it playing out, your side leans a little bit more to Gabriel.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. And you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just hard. It's hard to see the limelight, right? Because both of them are so amazing, and both of them are so talented, and both of them are former guests of mine. I've had both on the show twice, and both are amazing human beings, much like yourself. And I guess I could say in this way, I've been blessed as I go on the road to 200. You have been 3 of those 200. So there's been 197 other things that I've done, but I've rocked you out 3 times, and that's because I put you very early on my list as one to watch. And since you've been such a supportive member of the Straight Talk family, and you've come back every time I've asked, I want to get back to wrestling so I can see your star progress. I mean, there's only one other woman in the Ontario indie wrestling scene that I've seen rock 3 championships simultaneously. And that's my homie, my recess partner in crime, Spinelli. Because if she is Ashley Spinelli, I am definitely TJ Detweiler. I have the face, I have the schemes, I also have the body type. I'm a little bit girthy, but I'm adorable and cute when I need to be.
That's what matters.
I would love to see you rock another championship. But what I would also love to see, and I don't know if this is possible, but I always have this idea of a dream match for females. And it would literally be a gauntlet Iron Woman match. Now, the way I see this playing out is one champion would do a gauntlet match and keep fighting, but each match would be a minimum of 20 minutes long.
Ooh.
So it would be, stamina would definitely be the key, pacing would be the key, and also telling 4 to 5 different stories. But if you had to do my dream match, if I was your booker and I came to you and said, okay, Bubblegum, this is what's popping, we're going to do this. And I said, you can pick your 5 opponents and we're going to book all 5. Keep them Indy if you can, but if you can't,
Yeah.
that's okay. But if any of the women in the Ontario scene, because I always love building up the scene with you when you're on the show, give me 4 or 5 women that you would love to have in that Gauntlet Iron Woman's match.
Yeah, let's stick with Ontario, because if I go other places, I'm gonna go nuts.
It's a rabbit hole. It is a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so definitely Jody, definitely Spinelli. So that's 2. Oh wow, I already have to narrow it down. That was quick. I did not expect to have to narrow it down so quick. Crystal Moon for sure. Okay, who else is there? Try to think of who else because I think I've gotten to wrestle pretty much everyone, if not almost everyone. So I'm trying to think of who. Yes.
Well, she's also a champion like yourself. She actually rocks Battle Arts gold, and she's a legacy.
Bianca. You know what? I wrestled Bianca once, and she did way better than I expected, because it was one of her first matches. So I would love to work with her again, because I've seen how much farther she's come. So yeah, let's toss her in.
Okay.
So that's 4. Who's going to be number 5? Oh, I was supposed to wrestle Amy Crimson at Crossbody for the women's belt. So you know what? Let's put her in there, because I was looking forward to it. Again, someone who I'd watched, hadn't wrestled her, but someone who I'd watched and like looked like she was really improving. So yeah, there's my 5.
I like it. That is a great one. I could see exactly how it would go. I believe it would start with Crystal, because you have that history there. I'd say it would progress to Amy, because she would be a dark horse, because you never really wrestled her.
Yeah.
And then I would say Bianca, because you wrestled her so long ago that improvement would be a killer. And then I want to say I've got to go Spinelli next, and I got to save Jody for last.
Yeah.
And I
think that's a good call.
Oh man, I'm seeing the amazingness that's inside of my head. I'm seeing Jody walk out with the skateboard. I'm seeing you completely exhausted after going at this point 80 minutes long. And now we're bucking on the original cut of, Justice League, which was garbage. Not the 4-hour epic. We're going to be halfway through. So I could see that going. And speaking of, I never get to do this, but you love movies like I do. And it's great to get a chance to talk other things with you again, because we've talked wrestling so much that I feel like we've never really had a conversation to get to know one another. So have you checked out the new Zack Snyder full-length epic of Justice League?
So I got like 20 minutes into it. Okay. And then I stopped because of okay, I'll finish it later, and I just haven't gone back to it yet. I meaning to. I've heard it's good. I just haven't gotten the chance to get back to it yet.
It took me 3 weeks. I'm going to throw the heads.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, but I have different things that I have 2 small children that monopolize all the time. Yeah. One watches Hell's Kitchen and Japanese anime all the time, because the mini host is now in this like dark, moody, depressed Billie Eilish face. And
it's a good phase, okay?
It is a good phase. Don't get me wrong. Listen, I told her, I said, if you're going to look up to anybody in music, Billie Eilish, I'm completely 100% okay with. If she came to me and said, Dad, I want to be like Ariana Grande. No, there will be no positions in this house. There will be none of that in this house. And then there's my 5-year-old who's completely cuckoo and crazy and flip-flops from everything. Like yesterday we were watching Raw, because it's the Raw after WrestleMania. You've got to watch it. And I'm so confused by this Alexia Bliss and the Fiend storyline. And now there's this doll. People are saying that it's supposed to be Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is going to come back darker. And then like she was bleeding black blood. And then I heard Aleister Black is supposed to be behind the Fiend. I'm so confused. Did you watch WrestleMania?
I did. And I watched the Raw after Mania too. And I was as confused as you. I'm like, what is happening? Especially because that was the first match. I'm like, okay, night 1 was great, so I was super pumped for night 2, and then that happened at the end of at the first match of night 2, and I'm like, what? I'm like, did I miss something between these nights? Like, what did I miss? Yeah, and then seeing I think her name Lily on Monday, I was just I was thrown back. I was like, whoa, okay, something's changed. I don't hate it, but I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah, it's a slow build of a storyline for sure. And I think this is one of the most creative and fun storylines that WWE has going, because everything is kind of so cut and dry. But one thing I did love, like night 1 was epic, but I really loved I love the promo roulette at the beginning of the show when there was the rain delay. Kevin Owens stealing the mic, and Seth Rollins, Kevin, Matt, Michael, how are you? Just saying like the guys like 30 different days. I thought it was absolutely epic. What were your thoughts on promo roulette?
I loved promo roulette. I was like, you know what? Like you could really tell who's comfortable just going out there. Because you see it then and there when you're just handed a microphone, you think, hey, go kill some time. you really have to be able to show that you can do it. Like the New Day is they were probably like the perfect people to put on for that. Like especially just you have Biggie like creeping up out of nowhere, coming into to start cutting his own promo. Kevin Owens was great, Seth Rollins was great. Drew left a little to be desired, but to be fair, he was the first one they put out there, so like understandable. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, like that was great. I would love if it happened more often, to be honest.
It showed a little bit more freedom and creativity. It seemed like they were back to having fun again. And you could tell that the WWE script is not always the best. Oh, shocker. No, not WWE. No, forget it.
I wouldn't even say it's awful. It's just it's scripted. There's a sense of scriptedness in a lot of things that people say, which you know you don't get that genuine feeling a lot. You get it from some people, like they're able to really express themselves and show emotion, but I feel like I just don't like scripted promos. So when you have someone giving a scripted promo and they're, either they're not sure of their character or they're not really throwing themselves totally into it, or maybe the promo itself just isn't good, it comes off even worse than it would if it was just from the heart or off the top of the head.
Right. And do you feel like that's because I know in the early stages, like when we had you on the show, the first interview around the first conversation that we had, we talked a lot about where the name the Bubblegum Princess came from, and you said it was Decker that gave it to you, and it was because you had a hard time cutting promos at the early stages of your career. So chew bubblegum, say a word here or there, give a dirty look, and you have a face that really does tell a story. You're one of the sweetest individuals outside of the ring. You are. I feel like you're like my little sister. Every time I see you, I'm like, yo, what's up? You killed it as always. But then I see you in the ring and you can raise one eyebrow and make someone feel so uncomfortable. Like you're thinking in their head, when I see you outside, I'm going to break your face. And it's just literally just one eyebrow going up. It's almost like The Rock. Like show the people what I'm talking about. Show that. No, it's I
don't know how to do it with like not in a ring. It's really weird.
When you're not in a ring, yeah, it's hard to do. But yeah, there it is. See, there it is right there. It's that I feel completely uncomfortable now. I don't know if I want to continue the interview at all. No, I'm joking.
No, please don't.
No, but it's a face can tell 1,000 words. One, and obviously 1,000 muscles. Like it takes 1,400 muscles just to crack a freaking smile, right? I don't know if I'm 100% right on my muscle number there.
It takes a lot of muscles. That's all.
It's a lot of muscles, yeah. But I mean, now you progressed, and again, we've seen you grow. I've seen you cut promos at Crossbody. I've seen you cut promos when you were at Destiny. I've seen everything, and I feel like your promo skills have definitely increased. So in this time period where there has not been wrestling, and obviously a lot of you guys are taking time off, your bodies are healing, you're all going to come back 100%. You have obviously been working out. I've seen like the home workout videos, like putting the barbells right here across, and I'm like, how's she doing that? Like it's ridiculous. Like she's got like 300 pounds on each side. She's just lifting it with her hips. Just like it's an everyday thing. Oh guys, look at me, I'm lifting my whatever. I can't do that. But I mean, obviously working out, staying in shape, keeping fit. Ring rust is a very real thing, and all of you will have it. It's inevitable. But in terms of other things that some wrestlers aren't talking about doing, is there anything you're doing other than the workout routines and the staying healthy, staying active? Have you been working on promos? Have you been working on a way to maybe rebrand or redevelop the Bubblegum Princess? Is there anything you can let us in for when stuff does return?
I've definitely been working on rebranding. I'm trying to think of a way how to do that. It's hard because every time you think something we're going to come back, we don't. So I think I have an idea, and then I just have more time to think about it. So then I just start changing things all over. And the best part about actually Backyard Pro is that I've gotten to work so much on my promo skills, so much on like my creative thinking and like all like and everything involved with that. Like Detective Cookie Dough has been the best thing for my promo skills. It's gotten me so much more comfortable. It's gotten like the creative juices just flowing because it's something totally different, but it helps because it throws you into this position of like, oh God, what do I do? This isn't like what I would normally do, but it helps you think of things and then it just comes naturally.
I could not agree more. And the cool thing about Backyard Pro, and I'm so happy you segued. See, I don't have to try anything. It's just natural. I loved everything about Backyard Pro. I dubbed it. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I dubbed it first. I dubbed Von Vertical the Quentin Tarantino of Ontario indie wrestling. I said it.
Oh, yeah.
I have proof that I said it. I have timestamps and dates. I even wrote it down in a notebook somewhere. It was me. So if anybody says, oh, I dubbed it, you're a fucking liar. Full of shit. It was me. But in terms of Backyard Pro and the creativity that came out of there, season 1, banger. Season 2, banger. You and Shane Saber, you set the bar. That first match you two had, you guys set the bar. It definitely did not compare to Jody Threat randomly appearing in Josh Alexander's basement after he was wearing fishnet stockings. Did not compare to that. Like Jody Threat as the demonic one. I don't know what was happening there. She came out of his kid's playhouse, and I'm like, Jesus, this is something so demonic. It reminds me of The Conjuring. I don't know what's happening, and I love every minute of it. And again, seeing the walking weapon in fishnet stockings, I was conflicted. He wore them well, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, you're one of like the baddest dudes on the planet. You're rocking fishnet stockings, but good that you're comfortable in your own skin. I like that. The dancing,
he pulled it off.
He did. The
He
dancing
looks
weapon,
good as a dancing weapon.
He did. So now that we don't know what's happening, we're on another fucking lockdown. We don't know what brings us past May, and you will be my last interview that drops in April. So I'm doing a whole month of women in April. Now I know March was International Women's Month, but I feel, why do we need just that month? It should be all the time. So I wanted to focus the month after. And so far, I've dropped Amber Noma, Maddie Rakowski. After that, I've got Billy Sparks coming up, who is a fantastic indie talent. I've also got another one around the corner, and then you. So the 5 women that I'll be showcasing in April. But in terms of Backyard Pro, any whispers, any group chats or WhatsApps that we may get that season 3? Because when I talked to Vaughn, it was in September of last year, right before the Destiny show. And he said that he was unsure about season 3 right now because things were opening up and bookings were happening. We got till November, and then everything got shut down again. So have there been whispers? Is there a WhatsApp group that's happening? I'm not part of the WhatsApp group, but I am a reporter and a journalist, and the people have a right to know.
I can tell you that we've started filming season 3.
Is that an exclusive? I don't
know if it's maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if they've done any like anyone else has done any podcast saying we've done it or not. But we've started filming season 3. I filmed my match, so I can't tell you who I wrestled, but I can tell you that I'm on it. Detective Coquito will be there. It's going to be very interesting season. I can say, because there's a picture of it, there's been a murder. And Detective Coquito's on the case.
Okay.
Yeah. What else can I say? I think we're aiming to have it out by June.
Okay.
With all the restrictions, I think May, hopefully, we're hoping that we can finish filming everything, and then by June it gets released. But that's as much as I'm allowed to say.
And that's fine. I appreciate the exclusive. And obviously, right before that, I'm going to flash the breaking news. I have to do
a good
that.
idea.
So
yeah.
When I edit this, if I did that correctly, you will have to let me know. And if I fail on editing that completely, then I'll see it when I'm editing it later and be like, oh, you fucked it up, George. You fucking ruined everything. You ruined everything. So in terms of growth and things that we want to accomplish, a lot of stuff got put on hold. But there are, again, creative juices are flowing. Got to see exactly what Barrie Wrestling is doing with the All Ontario Cup. I love that idea. I think it's fantastic because we need to find the definitive, Ontario wrestler. And there are so many options because the province is stacked with stellar talent. In terms of your next steps, I mean, I know the unfortunateness of Crossbody, they lost their venue. So a lot of things have been put on hold. There's uncertainty there. But what about Femme Fatale? Have there been whispers of them kind of getting any empty arena shows going? Anything for you to kind of showcase your skills to the world? Because that Femme Fatale talent, not to say that it's higher ranking than the Crossbody, because both are very, very amazing titles, and you had successful runs on both right before this pandemic stopped everything. Now the runs are almost untouchable. You're kind of got Bruno Sammartino numbers going. You know what I mean? You got.
I'm pretty proud of that, actually.
But in terms of Femme Fatale, is there any whispers of you being able to showcase your abilities, maybe defend your title, empty arena style shows, anything internet based that might be happening?
I'm trying to think, because we had talked a bit about maybe doing one in June of last year, and then just the way things were going didn't end up happening. I hope so. I don't know. I honestly don't know how Quebec is going right now. I talked to a couple people in Quebec. I think they just went into another lockdown, so honestly, who knows? I'm hoping soon, though. I'm really hoping by the end of the year, something like I've wrestled in front of a crowd. I've wrestled once since March of last year, and I think I've wrestled in a ring maybe 5 or 6 times. So I would love to, I'd love to get the chance to wrestle somebody, especially for Femme or Crossbody, just and to put the title on the line, because it's boring to be a champion and not defend.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live up to it, and I want to show that I deserve to be a champion. Like when I won the Femme Fatale title, I was shocked. Like to be on a show with Lufisto and I'm the one in the main event, that was nuts to me. So I'm hoping really soon, but who knows? It's just we're in a bad state right now for me to say, hey, maybe yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. And again, depression is set in, like we talked about it beforehand. I miss all the things that I miss. I miss seeing all of you guys on a regular basis. I mean, I miss heckling certain individuals. I miss getting the finger from Fuerza when I heckle him, because I mean, I love getting the finger from Fuerza. That's like everything. Hey, Fuerza, you suck. I love it. I do. I love it. And I love Holden, how he, like, first time he meets my wife, he lets her hold the fucking crossbody title. I've known the guy for a year and a half, and I'm like, hey man, like, when do I get to hold the title? And his response to me was, get more attractive. Like, are you serious? I'm not ugly by any standpoint. I get it. My wife is way more gorgeous than I am. And he said it. And he agreed. I was like, dude, I know I married well above my reach. It's because I got the gift of gab. I got the flow. I know this. And he's like, it's like, you inspire me to reach above my limits. I'm like, wow. So you insult me 3 times and I still can't hold the fucking title. You suck, but I love you at the same time, and I'm not going to boo you. But hey, Fuerza, you suck, and then I get the finger, and it's great. I miss those fucking things. I do. I miss those, and I miss again, scream my head off. I miss the fans. I miss the bad food, popcorn, Harvey's or Burger King on a car ride home. You know what I mean? I miss those things, and I don't get to do those things often. And for you, it's got to be even harder, because I know you guys are in a tight-knit group. You've got your bubble, and the things that you guys used to love doing even more than going to shows together and traveling together was hitting movie theaters together, going out to eat together, going out for drinks at the end of the night, random bullshit conversations. And I know you get to have those with FaceTime, WhatsApps, and obviously get to see each other incognito. Don't mention it.
Call me buddy.
Absolutely. But what's the one thing that you miss about not having these people in your life every single day like you used to?
Honestly, it's a combination of everything. Like, I miss the bad food on the drives home so much. I miss the long bad drives. Like, the drive home from Ottawa always sucked. Always sucked. Doesn't matter what time of the year, you're always leaving at like midnight. You're getting home at like 3 a.m. But I miss it so much. I miss that. I think the movies. Oh my God, to go to the movies again and just have like really expensive popcorn and like pay too much for a movie. I would love to do that right now. And like toy hunting. Me, Holden, and Fuerza always toy hunting. And we can't do it anymore. It sucks. Like, that was we would on our way to Nova Scotia with Pretty Ricky, we stopped, I think, 4 times to buy toys. We came back with no room in the car because we had too many toys. Like, I think you can actually see some of them behind me. Like, this is the stuff that we came back with. But yeah, like, that's probably just the memories. Like, we had so many memories. Like, when I was in high school, I spent a lot of time focusing on wrestling. So that's when I started training. Even in university, if I wasn't in school, I was wrestling and like just focusing on that. Didn't really have a ton of friends in wrestling. Like, we were friends, but weren't close. And we've gotten so close over the past few years that it just sucks to have everything that we were doing just taken away. So just to be able to do all the stupid stuff again would be fun.
Absolutely. Listen, I started toy hunting only recently. My collection's almost done because I'm only going after my favorites.
Yeah, that's smart.
I ordered my last 2 last night. I got a Punisher and a Daredevil coming. Or not Daredevil, sorry, Punisher and Deadpool. Fuck, I screwed it up again. Edit that out, George. You fucked it up again. But no, I got a Punisher, old school Punisher, 1980s Punisher, okay? Not fucking the new age Punisher, okay? I didn't mind the Netflix series, but I'm sorry. I like the old, angry, aggressive Dolph Lundgren Punisher. That's my Punisher, okay?
That's fair.
And Deadpool, of course, because that's my guy. So those 2 are coming, and that's literally it. There's nothing else that I want or intrigues me. I've got my wrestlers there, all my all-time greats, and I'm happy. Maybe if I could find a Bret Hart, that might seal the deal for it. But other than that, that's it. That's all I need for my collection.
Oh yeah, no,
your
collection.
I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the dumpster diving and running around and haggling with people on Marketplace, being like, listen, I can't go to a store. I can't drive 50, 60 miles out of my way to go try to find this. So if you have it here, let's be fair. I hit up like 3 different guys for the Darby Allin that's behind me, and the guys, $150. I'm like, fuck off, dude. I can order from the States for like $45 with shipping. Like, let's be reasonable. I'll give you 50. I'll pay an extra $5 for your gas. Okay, fine, $50. Yeah, fucking right, $50, you jerk. Scamming motherfuckers. But what's one of the coolest things you found when you were toy hunting? Like something you weren't looking for, and then you went somewhere and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know they had this.
So actually, I'd always wanted these. I'll pull up one now because they're literally right behind my computer. But the turtles.
Nice.
I wasn't looking for them. I found 3 in one store. So I literally got the 3 at once, and then I found the 4th just randomly at an EB Games. I think on like not Boxing Day, like Christmas Eve or something. Whatever the stores were just about to close.
Mhm.
I went in just to see what was there, and then I found Raphael. I'm like, perfect, just give him to me. I want my collection. And what else? Is there anything else? Oh, let me grab him. My Dragon Ball ape. I don't know if you've ever seen Dragon Ball, but Saiyans turn into giant apes if they don't have their tails cut off.
Yeah.
And I found this one day. It was cheap too. It was on sale for $10. And he's worth like I think 40. So he was a good find.
Sounds like a stellar find. Good for
Yeah.
you. Good for you. Yeah, I got pretty stoked when I found the Batman Who Laughs, and also my sister got me a pretty cool Black Panther Mr. Potato Head that's over there in the corner.
Oh, that is cool.
That was pretty cool. My sister found it at the dollar store for like $5, and I was like, gold score.
You can find good things at the dollar store.
I bought my John Cena Funko Pop at the dollar store thanks to a tip from Holden. Holden posted on his Facebook. He's like, guys, they're selling John Cena at dollar stores. I'm like, I want a John Cena just so I can tell him he sucks to a small little character safely in the privacy of my own home. So there you go. See, don't you miss conversations with me because I say random shit and I make you laugh. Come on.
Yeah, it's good. It is good.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so there you go, Holden. Okay. I am adorable. Alexxia Nicole thinks so. So maybe you should get more attractive. Yeah.
Come on, don't be mean.
Oh, sure. When I say it, I'm mean. When he says,
oh no, he was mean too.
Okay. So what you're saying is
everyone make it right. Exactly.
Okay. So we all have to rise above.
Yes.
Okay. You're right. I feel like I've just been put in a timeout by somebody who's like literally 3 feet. Here I am, like almost 6, and she's like 3 feet, and I'm just like, damn, that's just cold. Alexia's got moxie. I like it. So what else have you been doing? Like, have you been able to work during this pandemic? Like, not wrestling wise, full-time job wise, have you been able to work?
Kinda. So I got let go from my job. Everyone got let go from where I work in the company, like in March, and we were told we were going to be hired back, but it was like August and no one had gotten hired back. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't keep sitting at home. Like, I'm too fidgety. I don't like doing nothing. So I decided to go back to school. So now I'm back in school, and I'm kind of working part-time, but I work for a small business. So if I'm lucky, I work like a couple days a week if I'm lucky. But yeah, I'm just been mostly doing schoolwork.
And what are you taking in school now? Because I know the last time it was private eyes. You got your dick license, your private detective license.
I do. And I've totally switched fields. Now I'm in animal care.
Shit. So you're like a vet tech? Is that what you're going to school for?
Vet tech, work at the zoo, work with like rescue animals, wildlife conservation, anything in that field.
That's fantastic.
Really.
Well, I'm gonna have to tell the mini host, man. She's gonna be jacked because her goal in life is to be a vet. So
that's cool. That's
been her dream since she was like 6. And I told her, I said, Cass, cats and dogs are awesome, but you got to get in the exotic shit. You got to like take care of tarantulas. You got to take care of fucking pythons. Like, that's where the money is.
It really is. But she even tell me that like vet tech, if you're gonna be a vet tech, don't get into it for the money. If you want to get into it for the money, you're either a vet or you work with exotics or horses.
Or yeah, horses. Yes, for sure. Well, what about tiger kings? Like tigers? Like
probably. I think if you do in Canada, there's probably nowhere to really work with tigers. But I know if you do there is like a rescue wildlife center that does like exclusively big cats. Mm-hmm. So you could probably work
African lion safari.
Oh yeah, I've never been, so I always forget about it.
You know what?
That could be good.
I went with the kids last September when the world was kind of opened. And we actually got free passes, so we went. My wife and I haven't been since we were kids, and I just remember the cheesy 80s commercials. African lion.
I love those commercials.
I watch them on YouTube sometimes. Not gonna lie, I've gone down that 90s commercial YouTube rabbit hole.
Oh, I have too. It's it's okay. It's been a long pandemic.
Absolutely. So we went, and the funny thing was, it wasn't the tigers that were cool. Like, the tigers were cool, but it was really hot that day. Mm-hmm. So they were like staying under the rock, staying in the shade. Yeah. They had their moments where they came out, but they didn't really do much. But it was the fucking spider monkeys, man.
Yeah.
Those things are the most grotesque and perverted things I've ever seen. So, true story. There was a big white pickup truck in front of me. I want to say like a Ford F-150, but like the Raptor Ford F-150, like the done to the tits Ford
Okay.
F-150. And this monkey got on the back, and it has the plastic black antenna now because it doesn't have the old school wire antennas at the front of the car anymore. So he got on it, and this thing started going to town on the antenna. He gets on top of it, and I'm in front of it, so I'm dying of laughter, but he is on top of this antenna, and he is humping the shit out of it. Then, I'm not even going to lie, he goes on the back window, sticks himself to the back window, and he either peed or he finished on the back window. Like just right where the rear view mirror was. And I was just sitting there, and I was dying of laughter.
Oh my God.
And my wife were over looking at, like, there was something going on over on this side of the car. I think there was
Yeah.
a lion or a tiger that had come out at that point. But I'm hitting my wife, and I'm like, babe, this monkey is just jacked all over this dude's back windshield. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, babe, he was going to town on that antenna like it was his best fucking friend, and then he finished. And he just stuck up, and it was like, and he made this like yipping sound, like, and then it was like, wow. I couldn't believe it, but that's, well, I could say it's not a bucket list moment, but I've now seen how things go in the wild.
I mean, it's a bucket list moment for me now. I want to see it.
Right? African Lion Safari, $49.99. You get a monkey to finish on your car in more ways than one.
What a deal.
And it's safe. It's safe and secure.
Yeah.
There's no, shady hotels or none of that. It's safe and secure, okay? Safe and secure. So, Femme Fatale, we don't know what's happening. Crossbody, there's unsure there. If there's a promotion that you have your eye on that you want to explore next and you want to take down that women's division, where are you seeing yourself going? Because obviously, I think Destiny had something going. I think there was going to be an announcement of a women's belt or women's tag team championships over there, which I hope is still in the phase. We know the Iceman always has something amazing planned for Destiny. But have you ever thought about, Don Koloff has a lot of great promotions. We know that Revolution, they're looking obviously to fill the void of a champion now. That Rebel is on AEW full time. Don't know if she'll be able to have commitments with Revolution when it starts. So Chris may be doing a tournament over there, possibly when things return. But also, wouldn't it be great for you to go into the house that the Corellis built and take the Battle Arts Championship from Bianca Corelli? I think that would be fantastic.
I think it'd be cool. I'd be intimidated. I'm not a good submission grappler at all. So I'd be very intimidated to step in there. And I know that's something they focus on in training. So I definitely have to train a bit more before I would try and do that. But that would be interesting. I would definitely be down to try that.
Absolutely. And I think you would fit in fantastic over there. The women's division over there, it's small, it's intimate, but they've got a lot of great talent up in there, and they got a lot of great up and comers. And that's one company I had my eye on. And now with HWE stepping in and taking over that, I can't wait to see the rosters mix and how things work out. But I'd love to see some kind of invasion angle if it can be done properly. So let's talk about Holden again for a second, because Go Hard Pro. That's his baby, his creativity. We had the free show at Christmas, which my wife and I enjoyed while we had our a typical Italiano Christmas dinner. We had the fish, we had the stuff, we did all the things. It was great. But how was it taking creative direction from somebody whose mind is probably one of the most creative? Now, if Von Vertigo is the Quentin Tarantino of the Ontario indie scene, not to take anything away from Holden, I can't give him that same title. And I won't dummy him down with or sully him with James Cameron. Fuck that guy. No, but I will throw out, you let me know if you think this is right. I'm going to say the Darren Aronofsky of Ontario Indie Wrestling, or the Christopher Nolan of Ontario Indie Wrestling.
I'd say a mix of those are pretty accurate, like the two of them together.
So Christopher Aronofsky. He is the Christopher Aronofsky of Ontario Indie Wrestling. But his mind is so creative. And like I said, he's one of my good friends, except when he insults me to my face. It hurts. Words hurt. They do. They hurt. I learned that today from you. So thank you. But would you say creativity is something that he thrives on? Because his matches are always so creative. And I've seen him help other people in their matches to create creative, unbelievable moments, those oh my God moments, but not just taking a swan dive to the outside, like legitimate oh my God moments. Not what we see on AEW each and every week. Yes, I said it. I'm not a mark. I don't care. AEW fans can hate me, but it's true. Everybody goes for the 5 moves. Swan dives. We get a grapple here and there. AEW Dark and Evolution is where it's at. Those are some of the best matches I've ever seen because it's hungry, young, gifted talent, not no, I'm not even gonna get into it. So what would you say was the differences in his creative process as opposed to Von Vertigo's creative process?
So Holden is someone who always has an idea, no matter what. You can just literally say something and he'll have an idea immediately, which is really good. And if he's got like one idea, give him like a couple minutes, he'll have like six. Like that's how quickly his mind works. So that's really good, especially because like I wrestled him on that show. So he had just tons of ideas. I showed up and he had a million ideas. So all of us kind of went through them and we figured out how to make it work. And Von Vertigo on the other hand, and like both very good. I'm not like, this is not going to be me insulting one or the other. They're both incredibly creative individuals. Vaughn is more of a, okay, what are your ideas? And he'll tell you what he thinks works best. Especially because like with Backyard Pro, he produces the entire show. He films the entire show. So he knows like, okay, this is what we've got. So let's try. He wants to take everyone's ideas and make them work. So he's really just like, okay, everyone give me your ideas. And now let me figure out how to put them all together. Or Holden just like, here are all my ideas. And they're both really good, especially in the environments that they create. Like Holden's like all his ideas, perfect for Go Hard Pro. Vaughn taking everyone's like sort of listening to everyone's ideas and helping input them and like helping bring them to life, perfect for Backyard Pro.
Right. So both have their creative outlets and stuff like that, and they find a way to tell the story from A to B. So have you wrestled Vaughn?
I haven't. He's the only like one of my only friends that I've never wrestled, and I don't know why. I think I've given him like a move or two in like a battle royal or like a 8-person tag. I think I briefly worked with him for like a minute, not even, but we've never had a match, just one-on-one.
Well, he's got better hair than you and I.
Yeah, no, he's got the best hair.
He does. It really
and he doesn't even try. It's so not fair.
It fucking sucks, right? It sucks. Like, you know what? Like, just buy the cheap shampoo for once, okay, Vaughn? Let the rest of it.
I think he does. I don't think he's not someone who like puts a lot of effort in. He just has
he's not
great hair.
Uncle Jesse. He doesn't, a guave and let it seep into your skull and stuff like that.
No, not at all. He's so like laid back. He doesn't even try that hard. He just has this great head of hair. I'm like, can I please trade?
Okay, serious question. We're gonna get into hair for a second.
Okay.
Who would you say, male or female, in the Ontario indie scene right now, other than Von Vertigo? Give me one or two wrestlers who has the best head of hair in the Ontario scene, male or female, or both male, both female, doesn't matter.
Who's got the best head of hair? Kobe Durst's got a lot of hair, and it's like a nice, like thick, healthy hair. The only reason I know is because I've wrestled him. Please don't look into that. I realized how that sounded as I said it. I'm like, just because I've wrestled him, I know he's got great hair. And you know what? Actually, Gabriel's been growing his hair out, and it's really good. I really like it. So yeah, I'll say that they have pretty good hair. The boys have got great hair in Ontario.
So the girls, not so much. The girls got to try a little harder.
No, the girls have good hair, but like the boys overwhelmingly have like really good hair and grow it so easily. Like Shane Saber too, great hair. Doesn't even try. He just has great hair.
Holden looks better when he's shaved.
I like how he looks shaved. Not gonna lie.
He's got like me. Like if it grows out long, it doesn't grow back in shoulder length. It just grows out like a Jew fro.
Yeah, that's how my hair grows if I don't straighten it. It just grows out. So I totally understand.
You feel my pain. See, that's because of the European descent. It's a gift and a curse. It's fucking horseshit. So couple more questions that I'm gonna let you enjoy your evening, and then I want to play a game with you if you're down, if you're interested.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of growth and level up moments, I've said this before, I've stole it from Holden. Yeah. Level up moments. Okay, it's his thing, but I stole it and I make it sound better. Is there a level up moment for Alexxia Nicole that you could say happened over this COVID period? Whether it's been working out, whether it's been able to lift more on your hips with like 700 pounds on each side. Like, what the hell? Stop being good at everything, Alexxia, okay? You can dumb it down a little bit for the ones that don't work out, all right? Like me.
Look, if I can do it, anyone can do it, okay?
I tried it and I couldn't do it.
Well, you got to start lower and then you can work your way up there. It doesn't happen overnight.
Tried with 10 pounds and I couldn't do it. No, I didn't try it. Okay, so level up moments for you, though. What was something that you achieved over this COVID period, other than starting school again, which is fantastic for you? Congratulations in that. But any other level up moments that you want, even if it's a small one?
Well, level up moments. You know what? I've saved way more money as a result of this.
No
which is great.
Is.
Yeah, no toy hunting. So I've saved a ton of money because I've been trying to like like I live with my parents right now, but I've been trying to move out and like get on my own. So it's actually been really good to help me get started on that. I've also the few times that I've gone to training, I've really started like changing up my moveset, trying out different things. So I mean, I guess that counts as a level up. I don't know when I'll get to show people. But I'm excited to show people that I've definitely gotten better in terms of what I do and like the pace that I work at. And just like it's so hard to stay positive right now. And I feel like there's definitely days where I have bad days, but overall I've gotten better with throughout this whole like year-long period. I've gotten better at trying to stay positive. Because it's hard. And I could tell from the beginning where I was very like, oh, this is the end of the world, to now, which we still have those days, but there's definitely I can just keep looking forward. You look around the world and like, yeah, we're doing terrible. But you look around the world, you see things are starting to kind of change a bit, and it gives me hope that we can also get there.
Mm-hmm. And one question, just because it's a hot button issue, and I got to ask, or at least a hot button issue here, when the vaccine comes available for our age groups, obviously my age group would be before yours because I am older. So respect your elders, okay?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah. I know you
respect
do.
you.
Well, I don't. You do. But when you say I respect you, I feel that little tone, a little hint of I respect you because you're older, because my parents have always raised me right. I don't respect you because I have to, just because you're
well, older. No, I respect you because I do, but my parents have always told me to respect you.
Absolutely. Okay. I much love. I appreciate that. When the vaccine becomes available to our age groups, mine in the 30s, yours in the fantastic 20s, lucky you. Will you get it? And I'm not a political show. I'm not too political, but I'm interested. I will say that because I have small children and I'm an essential worker and I want to keep food on people's tables. I'm a truck dispatcher by day for a great food company. So I want to be able to keep the food going where it needs to go, especially during this time, more so now than ever. But in terms of you, will you get the vaccine?
I want to, but I don't know if I can. I'm allergic to a type of medication that's used to treat things like bronchitis and pneumonia. So I don't actually know. I have to literally look up and see what's in the vaccines because I don't know if I can. Because I know I went to the hospital not too long ago just to get some blood work done, and they had actually asked me if I was going to get the vaccine, and I told them like I have this allergy, and they said, okay, you need to look into it. So I have no idea. I would like to if I can, but I might not be able to. I don't know.
I hope that you can, because if you can, I've heard that travel restrictions will become harder if you do not have that vaccine.
Yeah.
I think the rest of the world needs to know what we here in Canada already know, and that the Bubblegum Princess is one of the best women in the business. And that's from my heart. That's from a friend standpoint and a fan standpoint. I think you are fantastic. I've said that in all now 3 of our amazing conversations. And the world needs to see you. The world needs to see this incredible, fiery, fantastic person that can take a beating, give a beating, and then squat 300 pounds in the middle of the ring with one finger, because it's ridiculous the amount of strength. It blows.
I'm really happy I have these lights on in my room and they're so strong so you can't see me blush because you keep putting me over.
Oh, that's worth it. It's worth it to put you over, because I'm not putting you over because you're just somebody that's been on the show 3 times. I'm putting you over because you showed support and love to this little podcast when we got started. And now Straight Talk Wrestling is making waves. I posted not too long ago, Geek Out Over for me. I had a fan reach out to me on Facebook and say I was hands down one of the best podcasters in Canada. And that meant the world to me, because if I can grow wrestling podcasts here, then I know that I can take the Bruce Pritchards, the Corey Graves, the Sammy, what the fuck's it? Sam Roberts, fucking Jew-fro asshole. Take that guy, take them all down. Sorry, I hate Sam Roberts. I'm not a Sam Roberts guy.
It's okay, I'm not either.
I can go toe to toe with those guys and I can compete. And the numbers have grown, the following has grown, the movement is happening. So, and that's a credit to amazing conversations that I've had with people like you. So I'm not putting you over because I have to. I'm putting you over because you deserve to be put over. Plain and simple.
Well, I mean, it's your show. Like, I wouldn't have agreed to come back 3 times had you not been such a good host and like such a good person. So like, it's really on you. Like, thank you.
Now I'm getting put over. My lights are strong, but see, I have rosacea, so when I blush, you can see it. It's all good. All right, so if you're willing to play a game, I would like to play a game with you. I started playing this game a while ago. I played it with a great talent, Vic Endurance, a guy that took 11 years away from the business to raise his special needs son, and now he's coming back at the age of 42 to try and show and prove. And I think it's a great story. And I also played it with the Harbinger of Truth, the one and only Jeremy Prophet from Quebec. And he got the gift of gab on the mic. That guy could spit fire at anybody. Thankfully, he didn't spit back at me, but he spit at his co-host Kyle, and he called him hermaphrodite Mr. Potato. And it was wow. It was, go back and watch that. It's on my YouTube if you haven't checked it out. But so it's called Promo 101.
Okay.
Even though I'm a guy, you're a girl, we could still pull this off. We're gonna call this the Canadian Intergender Championship. Now you are going to be the champion holder. You are going to be the title holder of this belt, and I am your next challenger. And I am going to do a 30-second promo on you. It's not going to get too personal. I mean, you can take some below the belt shots. I'm okay with that, but let's try to keep it as clean as we possibly can. Okay. So here's my 30 seconds. When I was a kid, I loved bubblegum. I loved it. I loved your Juicy Fruits. I loved your Hubba Bubbas. I even love bubblegum tape. But then you know what's great about that stuff? I grew up. I don't chew bubblegum now, but I do kick ass. Man, woman, doesn't matter. When I step in the ring with you, I'm taking your title. And I'm not taking it because I can. I'm taking it because I have to, because I should, because gold should be draped around my shoulders. Because at the end of the day, you may be the princess. When you step into the ring with me, honey, you're going to bow down to the king. Because I don't talk smack. I don't harbinge truth. What I do is spit facts, straight talk, truth, facts. When you and I are in that ring and all the smoke clears, all they're going to see is you lay down on the mat and me over you for the 1, the 2, the 3. Boom. Oh, did I lose you? I lost you. Are you there?
I'm there. My internet. Oh, it's unstable. Like, there we go. Never mind. We're in.
Okay. Did you get my whole promo? Did you get?
I got your promo. Yeah. Sorry about that. My internet went down.
That's okay. That's okay. I just saw you do it was the disdain eyebrow thing that you did so naturally. And when we edit it, people will see it. Your face was kind of frozen like that for like a good 10, 15 seconds. But that was my promo. So what'd you think? It's pretty good? Pretty good, right?
I thought it was good. It was really good. I'm nervous now.
Okay. All right. Now, 30 seconds on the clock. And
oh God, it's timed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You think you're going to be the king? Excuse me, sir. Last time I checked, I have 2 championships. I am the champion of crossbody pro wrestling's women division. I am the champion of Femme Fatale, the only all women's promotion in Canada. I have been everywhere. I have wrestled for Impact. I have wrestled for Ring of Honor. I got flown down to the Performance Center. Okay? I am the princess here, but I am the best wrestler in this province. And I prove that. I prove that every single time I step in the ring. It doesn't matter how much bigger you are than me. I'm smaller than everybody. But guess what? I can lift them up and throw them back down. Okay? I can squat that 300 pounds. I can deadlift that 300 pounds. That means I can beat you because I can beat anyone that's bigger than me. And that's all I got.
It was good. It was, no, honestly, it was fire. I just threw this at you. I didn't prepare you for the game. But I always think to myself, I'm like, when I'm watching all you guys and I'm thinking like, you know what? I can't go toe to toe with any of you in the ring. But one thing I can do is I can cut a decent promo.
It was good.
And you know where I got the inspiration for the promo today? I'm not gonna lie. I was at the gas station. I was filling up. And I went inside and I'm waiting to pay with my 6 feet social distance pay. And there's the gum aisle. And I saw this gas station even have bubblegum tape. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen this in years. I was going to buy it, but then I remembered that after 12 seconds, it sucks.
Never get the tape.
So this is a question I haven't asked, and I'm going to ask this as my final question. You are the bubblegum princess. Yeah. What is your bubblegum of choice?
It's the Hubba Bubba, the squares. I think it's Hubba Bubba, the square. Like you get in like the long rectangle pack.
Six pieces.
Yeah, those are the best ones. Like I hate the little the what's it called? The one that comes in like strips. Haichu?
Oh, Juicy Fruit.
No. I'm thinking of Haichu. Is it Haichu? The one that comes in like the big bag?
Oh yeah, it's gross. Yeah, no, gross.
Yeah. I remember first time I went to the States, everyone was putting it over. They were telling me how great it was. I tried it. I'm like, what is this? This sucks. You need to take like half the bag to get anything.
What about Big League Chew? Do you remember Big League Chew?
No.
Okay, so Big League Chew was remember Pixie Sticks used to stick the candy stick inside the powdered and you lick off the powdered sugar.
Yeah.
So it was in the same kind of packaging, but it was 2 different flavors of bubble gum. So it used to be like grape or cherry or strawberry and banana. And you would take a little bit from each, and it was like little strips, little tiny strips, kind of like high chew. And you would throw them in, and it would give you that baseball cheek when you're chewing gum.
So much better.
It is. But the only place to find that now, because it's unhealthy for us, all of us today in these days, you have to go to those like specialty candy stores.
Yeah.
You know what? Next time I see Big League Chew, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to send it your way, and you got it 100%. And you don't have to pay me back. Just save it for when you're in the ring, so you can walk by, and when I'm in the front row, you can be like, I'm chewing Big League Chew. It's great. And because you got to put a lot in to get those baseball cheeks, like when they're up there and they're batting, right? Not when they're spitting out tobacco, because that's gross.
Yeah.
When they're just, and that cheek is just going, and you can see that there's like a huge ball of gum in there. That's the way you have to chew Big League Chew. You have to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, just realized it's not called high chew. I don't remember what it's called, but it was just like this bag of like flavorless gum. And I'm like, this is awful. I mean, high chew was like a candy, but whatever gum that was that someone made me get, terrible. Don't get flavorless gum ever.
No, flavorless gum is horrible. I actually don't mind.
Yeah.
I like the dentines and the like the black ices and stuff like that.
Those are
I
good.
like the gums that give you that little hint of coldness. I don't know if I'm weird, but I like popping one of those, and especially on a hot day, it kind of cools.
No, those are good. Yeah.
Right? You feel me.
I feel you. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Exactly. But Naya? Okay, no, that was horrible. I gotta edit that out too. All right. Alexia, as always, man, number 3's in the can. We're gonna do number 4. We gotta make this a yearly thing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come back next time. I have your digits, you have mine. Anytime you want to hit me up. But before you go, look in the camera and let them know who they listening to.
They are listening to Straight Talk Wrestling.
That's right.
I wasn't sure if I was looking into the camera on that. So I can't see it because it's all dark.
You were looking right into it. You were.
Perfect.
Okay. You were dead piercing into my eyes. All right. So before we go, anybody who's stupid enough to not be following you, and they can watch these videos of you just hanging out on the couch and, lifting all this freaking ridiculousness, where can they follow you on the wonderful world of social media?
So you can follow me on the wonderful world of social media. On Twitter, it's Alexxia Nicole, and on Instagram, it's at Alexxia Nicole. No, it's just Alexxia Nicole. People were trying to steal my Twitter name, so I had to change it. But yeah, those are the 2 places you can follow me. I do have a Facebook page, but I don't totally update it that often, so don't even bother with it. I also have I've got a shop on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's Pro Wrestling Tees /bubblegum. I've got a Big Cartel shop. I'm going to be putting out new 8x10s very soon. So if you're interested in that, it's AlexiaNicoleWrestler.BigCartel.com. And I'll let everyone know on my socials when those are going up. But yeah, that's me. That's everywhere you can see me. And yeah.
Until the world opens up again, and then your star will shine even brighter. And when it does, and you hit all those places, don't forget that your boy is always here. Welcome you back because you family. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Another great one in the can, on the road to 200. So don't forget to check out that one. That one I will not have no guests. That one will just be me talking about all the amazing people that I've been able to sit down with. And I've got a lot of cool shout out videos. And Alexia and I talked before, so I know she's going to send me one, and I appreciate that. Much love in advance. That's it for this one, guys. My socials, but you're going to hear them at the end of the show, because I've gotten a little bit more professional now. Okay. I'm not a glutton for self-promotion anymore. Okay. You listen to the end of the show, you get all the socials, and stay tuned. Peace, love, and wrestling. Talk to you guys all next time. Later. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tune in next week for another great episode on all available podcast platforms and hosted on Podbean. Also, check us out on YouTube at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Instagram at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Facebook at Straight Talk Wrestling, and on Twitter at _Straight Talk. And if you feel the need to buy some sweet merch, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Leaving the scene with no trace, not in my league. You out of place. I'm not at the top, I'm outer space.